another amazing afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to our today's 1 p.m. bulletin, being the 10th of December 2021. My name is Elizabeth Mwema. Preparations for this year's Jamhuri Day, which will be held on Sunday, are in top gear. The event will, for the first time, be held at the remarked Uhuru Garden along Langata Road. Interior Cabinet Secretary Karanja Kibicho, who led the National Celebrations Committee, said that final touches are being done.
We are basically very happy that everything now is in place. All we are waiting is to put now the decorations, ensure that the seats are in place and be ready for Sunday.
Government agencies have cautioned Kenyans against electing leaders with questionable integrity records in the coming general elections. Speaking during celebrations to mark the International Anti-Corruption Day at the Mama Ngina Waterfall in Mombasa, the ethics and anti-corruption officials called to Kenyans to help and aid in the fight against corruption.
Ukiwa siasa ya nchi nikiwa na pesa nitahongana, nitakuwa mbunge, nitakuwa MCA, yule mbunge si mjinga. Akitumia milioni 5 akiingia bunge, ana agenda yake. Agenda ya kwanza ni kurudisha zile pesa zake alizotumia. Agenda ya pili ni kuiba, ndo next election awe na pesa kukuhonga tena wewe.
Ya kwamba nyinyi kama wananchi mtachukua jukumu hili na mtakataa, hamtakubali ufisadi uendelee. Na mojawapo ni hii msimu ambao unakuja mwaka ujao, ambao ni msimu wa kura. Ikiwa nyinyi wananchi mtaweza kuchagua viongozi ambao ni viongozi wenye kusimamia haki na viongozi wenye maadili na viongozi ambao wana uadilifu, basi mtaona tofauti yake. Itakuwa sisi pia kama taasisi ambao tumepewa jukumu hili tutaweza kuwafanyia kazi nyinyi mnavyotaka.
Our visions as the judiciary is to enable expeditious resolution of cases related to corruption and economic crimes. I'm sure this is a shared objective that cuts across all the state actors involved in the anti-graft war.
We've recovered a lot of land, including this one. It was recovered during our time.
We have enforced the signing of accountability pledges by key appointed state and public officers and undertaking the vetting of public officers as part of lifestyle.
And today the ODM leader is declaring his presidential candidature in the Azimio la Umoja, and police say inadequate security measures in place of the convention. The event is taking place in Kasarani Stadium in Nairobi. Let's take a look what is going on there.
Like I said, economics is about studying what has worked and not worked. It's a science. It's you have to look at the situation on the ground in whichever country. The way bottom-up is applied in America is not the way it will be applied in Kenya, but the overall principle of the economic model is known. If you look at welfare, social welfare, it has, and I'll give the example of South Africa. In South Africa, it has failed because people are paid so many rand per person, per child that you have. What eventually happened is you had a big number of South Africans who decided not to work because the amount of money they would get as an employee is the same amount of money they would get, they can get from the government as welfare. And that is why there was an influx of immigrants into South Africa from other African countries who are working as waiters, who are working as domestic help, and taxi drivers and so on, to the point that South Africa started locking out many African countries, or making it difficult for them to get South African visas. They assumed that if they lock out all these people from these African countries, probably the South Africans will begin to agree to take up certain jobs. But it did not work. They still don't want to work because of the welfare system. It has not, it was applied in Botswana too, it did not work. Even in America, they will tell you that it's actually slightly failed.
Yeah.
The difference only is that in America, they have a count of these unemployed people. Then let's look at the practicality of this 6,000 shilling handout that is being proposed by Raila Odinga. We know from the Kenya Bureau of Statistics that there is 16 million people in informal employment in Kenya. Those 16 million are referred to by the Bureau of Statistics as unlicensed.
Yeah.
So these are people who do, the mama mboga, mkokonetitoni pushers, people who work in the construction, pushing wheelbarrows and sand and so on, and working with masons and so on. So these are the 16 million people. So if these people are unlicensed or are not actually documented, you want to give these 16 million people the handout? Because how do you assess? Since we don't have a data system in this country, how do you assess which of them are unemployed? Because they may not be formally employed, but they actually undertake economic activities. They even employ people. That's what they do on a daily. So it is difficult, even when you say you'll give out the handout, who will you give it to?
A requiem for the 33 people that died in the Mwingi bus tragedy was held yesterday. Political leaders, amongst them Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu and Cabinet Secretary for the Energy Monica Juma, attended the service. The tragedy was identified as a blow to their families and the community at large, as the 33 who perished in the tragedy were members of St. Joseph's Catholic Choir.
Have a happy, prayerful and joyous choir is mourning the loss of lives for its members. We can't question God, for He knew all this from the very beginning. May our patron Saint Cecilia intercede and pray for their souls. May she strengthen us and ease the pain.
Upendo wa Mungu tuunganishe na tusiwache shetani muovu aingie kati yetu, sio tu katika Kitui, lakini kwa nchi yetu kama vile tulivyoomba. Hiyo ndio ombi langu la kwanza, na nasherehekea kuwa katika kutafuta suluhisho ya hawa ambao walikuwa wameshikwa miili yao katika basi, wote walijitolea, bali kuliko hakuna yoyote aliangalia huyu ni wa wapi, ni huyu na nani.
Let's cross over to Kisumu County. 4 people were killed in an explosion in Nyakach on Tuesday, who were guardians of the terror suspect, and they took him in alongside his brother when their parents passed on. The suspect, 44-year-old John Odhiambo, also known as Pop, died in the explosion, had however dropped out of primary school and traveled to the coast, where he believed to have made contacts with the Al-Shabaab terror group. And the government has fully adopted the cash transfer program that will provide relief for families affected by the ongoing drought in 23 counties in the country. Over 6 billion was released for the first group of 360,000 households.
So I'm pleased to announce that we have this morning launched an emergency relief cash transfer program in fulfillment of the government commitment to shift from food distribution to cash transfer. The cash transfer will be distributed through Safaricom M-Pesa platform to the identified and registered beneficiaries of 23 arid and semi-arid lands counties.
And on that, I'll be taking a short break. I'll be coming back with more other news, including international news. Stay tuned.
My father. You were still so small when he left you. How come you miss him?
Some people fight for their dreams.
Remember, you're going to have to finish your studies so you can find a good job.
Too costly. Or a lawyer.
It will take too long.
Some people learn to stand on their own feet.
I'll achieve all of my dreams for myself and for all of you, okay?
Okay.
Love will lead them back to each other.
You can only find the sweetest mangoes here!
I wonder if she's here. It's impossible to find your father.
Not my father, brah. I meant Bianca.
10 years have already passed. I'm sure she's forgotten you.
Bianca?
But they can't escape the shadows of the past.
I'm going to be a farmer!
This can't be! My life is just starting, Rigor!
I should not be scared. No one can know about my pregnancy. And now that Rigor's gone, so is our secret.
My son! Gabriel, your father is here!
This is a story about a game of life.
Like you in my life, that there was an empty space in my heart.
Forever, my love.
Bianca is mine. I can give her anything she wants. I hate losing.
Monday to Friday at 6 p.m.
Mateso. Hawezi kujichukulia sheria mkononi mwako na hawezi kumtesa mtu. Hapana, subiri kwanza. Siwezi kukuacha ufanye hivi. Uchochezi.
Zoya ni binti wa Niranjan. Hilo ni jukumu la baba, kulinda familia yake na watoto wake. Ndio maana nikaja hapa.
Kisasi.
Unajua, inaniuma sana waona wote wakiwa na furaha, lakini wala usijali. Mimi kama sitawaacha.
Mila na desturi.
Kwa nini mimi nikupikie? Wanawake wanapika na wanaume wanaenda kazini. Hapana, mimi nitaenda ofisini na utanipikia. Mambo haendi kihivyo. Wewe utapika chakula. Nipike chakula chako? Haiwezekani. Wewe ndo unatakiwa upike chakula nyumbani. Hapana, sitafanya. Sawa. Usifanye. Wewe ni mkorofi sana.
Usikose kutazama filamu hii yenye watu wenye fikra kongwe ambao hawatambui nafasi ya wajane katika jamii, kwenye Kane ya Sasa, kila siku ya Jumatatu hadi Ijumaa saa 2 usiku.
Two promises of eternity. The promise of love. A married life doesn't guarantee a bed of roses. There are doubts in the moment when the relationship becomes strained.
I regret the day I took you in.
Sorry, Gabriel. I'm sorry.
If your first love returns, what will you choose? To go back to the eternal love of your past, or fight for your vows against the destructive temptation?
They're also arresting Mr. Gustin. He didn't do anything. He was against this whole thing. The police know what they're doing. Gustin will be fine. Trust me.
HLC TV brings you the boldest drama.
You bastard!
Oh, hey, hey!
You have no shame. How could you? You cheated on me with our own employee.
I don't know you, miss, but I know those tears. You're crying out of a broken heart, like you're being torn in half.
Betrayal.
I was born into a family, but they betrayed me.
Guilty, beyond reasonable doubt, of the crime of murder.
And now, the city is haunted.
Who's there? You think you can play games with me? Show yourself!
Yes, I may be dead.
The Bride Killer. Every Saturday and Sunday from 3 p.m. only on HLC TV.
I will give thanks to you, O Lord. I will tell of all your wonderful deeds.
Nakupenda bana jo, Mungu umenitoa kwa maisha yangu, sitaki hata do. Wendo daddy yo.
Let your light so shine before men, for we walk by faith, not by sight.
So the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 21, it says, is not telling us to yield to another person. It is telling us that we yield to Jesus.
Join us every Sunday for uplifting testimonies with inspiring scriptures at 10 on Sifa Show.
First, when there's nothing but a slow glowing dream that your fear seems to hide deep inside your mind.
People say it's our perfect match. Others will call it couple goals, but for us we'll say our love story.
In the world made of steel, made of stone.
Love is a beautiful thing, just as it's a memory. We bring you to help you reveal out its memory, and at the same time, bringing out the beauty of life and love. Join me, Elizabeth Mwema, as we help you walk down the lane of life and love.
Special kind of woman. Oh yeah. Mama ya, yeah. Ngozi chukwu nke ya. Baby mo, she's a virtuous woman.
This is our love story.
Você só quer fugir e respirar puro. Jesus Cristo, só quem te liberta disso é Jesus Cristo. Cura e restaura o coração ferido. Nunca te abandona, sempre está contigo.
Welcome back and thanks for tuning in. And those who are just tuning in now, it is a 1 p.m. bulletin. I'll start off the second bit with the Deputy President William Ruto continued his countrywide tour to popularize his bottom-up economic blueprint. And after a day in Kisii, he headed to Makueni County, where he held a series of rallies. The Deputy President, accompanied by a number of his allies, hit out that his opponents, who he said were pushing a tribal agenda.
Tumeungana na wabunge wenu wa Ukambani na wabunge wengine wa Kenya 160 na tumetengeneza chama ya Wakenya wote ambayo haina ubaguzi, ambaye haitambui ati kabila hii na kabila ile, chama ambayo inaunganisha Wakenya wote. Hiyo chama ya kazi ni kazi, ndio tuweze kuunganisha watu wa Kenya, kwa sababu umoja ni nguvu.
And just a few months ago, 2 Form 4 students from St. Mary's Kamba Secondary School in Bungoma County won the 2021 Young Scientist Kenya WSK National Science and Technology Exhibition Health category. Lydia Chepkoech has the details.
Few months ago, 2 Form 4 students at St. Mary's Kamba Secondary School in Kandui, Bungoma County won the 2021 Young Scientist Kenya National Science and Technology Exhibition Health category. Valerie Wanjala and Claire Wesonga scooped the award of the most innovative project in health after they presented an idea on reversible male family planning pill from Mundia Wetei, commonly referred to as Mukombero, and another plan known as Justica Gendarusa. The students made the Kamba Secondary School to appear on the map after defeating bigger schools like Alliance Girls, who emerged the second best in the competition.
I'm Anne Nyongesa. I'm the principal of St. Mary's Kamba Secondary School. I am very grateful. I take this opportunity to thank the science teacher, Mr. Ezekiel Murani, and the students, plus the whole staff that enabled this project to go through up to the nationals and take the position #1. We are very grateful as a school. In this school, we are 6 TSC teachers, 1 female, who is the principal, and 5 male.
The celebration that took place at Kamba Secondary School grounds was attended by the chairman of Kupet Bungoma County, the assistant TSC director, and the principals from different schools in Western region who came to get the secrets behind the success.
Sasa mwenyekiti wa Kupet Bungoma, sisi ni wawakilishi wa walimu wa chama cha walimu wa secondary na colleges Kupet. Na hatutetei tu walimu kwa mabaya, hata mwalimu akifanya vizuri tunakuja kushambulia. Leo tuliambiwa kwamba Kamba kuna mtu anaitwa Claire na Valerie, kazi ya mwalimu, na tukasema tuje tumwambie principal hongera na jamii yetu ya walimu ambayo inakaa.
Ezekiel Murani, the biology and the chemistry teacher from Form 1 to Form 4 at the remote school, was the student patron in the project. Murani appreciated the brilliant work done by the students on their presentation that made them top nationally.
Kenya. Okay, briefly, Young Science Kenya, as the chairperson of the Young Science has said, it is a post-national competition in the Kenya Science and Engineering Fair, where the teams that actually are winners in the Kenya National and Science Engineering Fair proceed to another level in Kenya Science and Engineering Fair.
Reporting for HLC TV, my name is Chepkoech Lydia.
And still in Bungoma County, Kamsinga Secondary School is now a beneficiary of the digitalized education system. It's among the best performing high schools in the NEC examinations, as it's evident after the school benefited from digitalized education system, which is helping students to do research online. Belinda Owino has more.
Mr. Collins Jasen, the Bungoma County Telecommunication and Technology Officer, said that the nation was looking forward to a digitalized education system, and it was government responsibility to ensure that education was up to par with the new digital system.
My name is Collins Jensen. I am the ICT officer in the Bungoma County. I work with ICT Authority. And being an internet user and a government officer managing the ICT infrastructure, I can say that the government has really done a lot in terms of ICT infrastructure. That is by laying down several kilometers of optic fiber across the country, and this has really helped in providing a high and reliable bandwidth. And that is high and reliable internet bandwidth. It has been terminated at several sites at the county level. At the sub-counties, we have the optic fiber moving across all the sub-counties, and this has brought a lot of impact in terms of digitization of records in government departments, also in terms of internal and external communication.
In addition to that, the principal of the school explained that having the internet quickened school activities, commenting that the computer department can now teach students better without any challenge.
I'm Alex Maina Kariuki, the principal of Friends School Kamsinga. This is a national school in Bungoma County, Kimilili Sub-County. It's a boys' school. I want to appreciate the effort of the government to give us internet. We also have another computer lab where teachers are able to do ICT integration, and this has assisted us to be able to be current as far as issues of research are concerned.
The principal's statement was seconded and emphasized by the students, who stated that they could do scientific research and deepen further their subject understanding.
In terms of academics, the internet has helped us to expand more on our academic issues, like going to research on topics that you did not understand in class, and it helps us to get a better point of view of what you are being taught in class. For example, in biology, you can come and research in the websites that, like for example, online classes that will help you understand more on what the teacher has taught.
Reporting for HLC TV in Bungoma County, my name is Awino Belinda.
A family from Bungoma County is in agony after their Form 4 son went missing from school under unclear circumstances more than a month ago. Alvin Wekesa Sasaka, 16, who is a student at Maseno School, was reported to have gone missing on November 9th this year. Maslin Nyanje has the details.
According to Maseno School Principal Andrew Bob, Sasaka left the institution November 9th. The student left school when they were about to break for half-term, and they thought he will come back after the break, but he hasn't been seen.
Mimi ni mjomba wa Alvin Wekesa Sasaka anayesoma Maseno School, na kama familia tumehuzunika sana. Tulipata hii habari wiki ya 3 kwamba Alvin amepotea shuleni. Haswa mimi binafsi nilipigiwa simu na nikauliza nipewe namba ya deputy principal. Kupigia deputy principal simu, kuanza kumuuliza mtoto alitoka kwa gate vipi, na akakimbia na askari wamesimama kwa gate. Mimi nilianza kuongea na deputy principal kwa style hiyo, akakasirika katikati ya simu. Mpaka kwa saa hii ameniblock. Mimi nauliza kama deputy principal wa national school, I thought we are supposed to serve everybody. Sasa kama mzazi anapika simu ako konzani juu ya mtoto wake na unamkatia simu, Profesa Makoha nadhani hiyo ni jambo ambalo nitakana angalie sana. Tuko na administrator wa gani?
Sasaka's elder brother is a Form 4 student in the same school. The missing student parents Jasper Sasaka and Margaret Wanjusi are worried about their son's disappearance. Speaking to Nation Africa at their home in Matunda, Tongaren constituency, Miss Wanjusi said they are worried about their son's safety.
Sasa siku ya tarehe 9 mwezi wa 11 nikapigiwa simu na deputy principal, wakanieleza kwamba mtoto ametoweka shuleni asubuhi saa 12. Sasa aliponiambia hivyo, mimi nikakaa nikafikiria labda mtoto atakuja. Mtoto hajawahi kuja. Tumekaa hiyo wiki ya kwanza ikaisha, wiki ya pili ikaisha. Nikipiga simu hawa wananiambia tu hawajawahi ona mtoto. Sasa tunashindwa sisi tutafanya aje, na mtoto alipotea akiwa shuleni. Wakati nilijaribu kuongea na watchman wenye walikuwa kwa gate, kwa sababu waliniambia huyu mtoto alilala na watchman mpaka asubuhi, alafu akatoweka asubuhi. Na hiyo Alhamisi mimi vile nilifika, in fact niliexpect juu mimi nilitaka tu tusemezane, tujue tutafanya aje, tusemezane na shule tuone tutasaidiana aje mtoto huyu apatikane. Kitu yenye labda ingelichukua tu dakika kama 10 tukubaliana ama waniambie haiwezekani. Lakini wanilishinda tu, wameniweka the whole day. Mimi nimetoka Kitale nimeenda paka Maseno. Mimi sijui mtu huko, sijui hata mahali pa kulala. Nikakaa the whole day mpaka jioni nikingojea. Mpaka ikabidi nitafute mahali tena pa kulala nikuje kesho yake tu only kuniambia kwamba there's nothing they can do as a school.
Sasaka's father praised that his second-born son returns home safely. He asked for the police to intensify the search for their missing son.
Nilienda shule tarehe 15 mwezi uliopita, wakati niliambiwa kwamba kijana hayuko kwa shule. Sasa niliweza kuongea na mwalimu deputy principal, na akaniitia mwalimu wa duty Mr. Obiero. Tukaambatana naye mpaka Maseno police station, mahali walikuwa wameripoti kesi ya mtoto. Lakini jambo ambalo ninauliza ni kwamba inawezekanaje ikiwa mtoto alikuwa amefanya makosa na amelala na watchman, amepewa security ndio, lakini mtoto atatoka kwa gate namna gani, akimbie atoroke mbele ya walinda usalama wa shule? Ninatarajia kwamba mtoto kama angetoroka, watchmen walikuwa na uwezo wa kufuata yeye, washike yeye, warudishe yeye shule.
A police officer from Maseno police station said the police are still searching for the boy. Maslin Nyanje reporting for HLC TV.
Let's now take a look at the international news. One person has been confirmed dead while 18 others injured in a Tunisian fire incident. The fire broke out at Tunisia's Nth Dama Party headquarters on Thursday. Our very own Eric Kwendo has the details.
One person died and 18 others injured, including 2 leading figures in Tunisia's Ethana Party, in a fire at its headquarters on Thursday. Authorities and party members have confirmed this. Ethana says that one of its activists, a former receptionist born in 1970, had died in the blaze. Today, we were caught by a surprise at Ethana headquarters, which was crowned with its members, its directors, and its activists by a fire at the reception, and the fire released a lot of smoke that spread to all the floors. The staff of the headquarters and the citizens who were in the vicinity tried to extinguish the fire. Tunisian media cited judicial sources as saying that the person had set himself ablaze on the ground floor of the building. Former Prime Minister and Ethana Vice President Ali Lihad was hospitalized after jumping from the second floor of the building to escape the flames, as well as advisory board head Abdul Karim Haroun, party members have confirmed.
The Ugandan and Congolese forces in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo in November 30th joined in conducting an offense operation against Alliance Democratic Rebel Forces. Eli Ojota has the details.
Ugandan and Congolese forces joined efforts against Alliance Democratic Forces rebels on November 30th. In Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo have continued to conduct operation on the ground from Virunga National Park. According to the Congolese Army spokesperson, our Congolese Army, in conjunction with the Ugandan People Defense Forces troops, are conducting operation on the ground, moving towards the target that we shared last time.
With the artillery and Air Force to destroy a number of ADF camps. Now we are preparing now to carry out an offensive on the same enemy camps, wherever they will be.
The agreement with Uganda comes at a time when UN peacekeepers in DR Congo have signed also another agreement with the armed forces to facilitate joint operations against armed groups traveling to east of the vast nation.
The strategic end state is to have peace prevail in eastern DRC, so that trade between the two friendly countries, Uganda and the DRC, can go on, and the people of the two countries, the prosperity of the two people.
Uganda's intervention have come despite the crackdown on the ADF by the Congolese armed forces launched 2 years ago. Their joint operations controversial in the country, where many recall the role of Uganda and Rwanda taking past stability in eastern countryside. Eli Ojota, HLC TV.
And on that, I come to the end of our 1 p.m. bulletin today. Thanks for watching. Still stay tuned to watch our other programs on HLC TV, including our 4 p.m. Swahili Briefs with Ross Ochieng, 7 p.m. main bulletin with Nancy Gitonga, and 9 p.m. bulletin with me again. Let's meet on Monday. I wish you a blessed weekend and a lovely afternoon. My name is Elizabeth Mwema.